Interviews in the VFX animation industry can differ based on factors such as studio, job role, and location. If you're a student or a VFX animation enthusiast, you may be curious about the interview process in the visual effects field. In this video, we will delve into the interview process commonly found in the VFX animation industry and provide you with essential tips and strategies on how to prepare for your upcoming interview. Once you have submitted your application, the next step is to wait for a response from the hiring team. If your work impresses the recruiters, they will reach out to you either through a phone call or email to schedule an interview. During the application process, it is crucial to showcase your skills and abilities by submitting a well crafted portfolio or demo reel that highlights your best work. Usually, the process is pretty straightforward. You apply for the job, they'll call to set up an interview, you'll be asked questions. If they like you and your work, you'll be hired. Or sometimes they may also send you a skill test for you to work on. After that, you will have a technical round where you will be tested on your technical and interpersonal skills. Most generic questions asked in the interviews are about the works in your portfolio or demo reel. The interviewers might ask you how you did a specific shot in your demo reel and what was your approach. They might even give you a test shot to work on within a given deadline. This, of course, differs with the job role and your experience and the studio. Some studios may directly recruit only based on an interview, some may test your skills only based on the test shot they give you. So, what exactly happens in the skill test? You will be given a task or a scene to work on with some instructions. For example, if you are a 3D modeler, they may ask you to model something and may even provide the reference images. It is very important to read the instructions carefully and ask any doubts right away. They will also specify the time you need to submit it and the software you should be using. After you've finished the test and submitted it on time, there will be another round of interviews where you will be asked questions on the test you just submitted. Questions like: did you find the test difficult or easy? What approach did you use? Why did you use this instead of that? How would you do this if I changed this into that? So you get the gist. After this round of interview, there are two possibilities. You may have another round of interview with a supervisor, or if the first interview goes well and the hiring team is satisfied, it may be the final round. On site interviews too might have a similar approach where you will have a technical round and you may or may not be given a test shot depending on the studio. Now that we have understood the interview process, let's jump into the preparation part. Interviews can be intimidating, and preparing for them can be quite nerve wracking, to be honest. So, let's quickly get into some tips that will help you ace your interviews. If you have a phone or video call interview, select a quiet location with minimal distractions and a stable internet connection. Position yourself in an area with ample natural lighting or sit facing a well lit area. Resolve any technical issues before the interview and familiarize yourself with the video application you will be using. To ensure a smooth interview experience, it's crucial to minimize common issues like background noise, poor network connectivity, and audio related issues. Pay close attention to your surroundings and make necessary arrangements to avoid such interruptions. If any technical issues or interruptions do arise during the call, remain calm and composed. Instead of panicking, you can quickly send a text message to the interviewer explaining the problem you're facing. Network issues are pretty common, and things like these are out of our control. So focus on the things that are in your control, like charging up your phone and choosing a quiet place for the calls. This comes without saying. Don't be rude or overconfident. Maintain professionalism and a positive attitude throughout the interview process. When discussing your previous employment and the reasons for leaving, it's best to refrain from bad mouthing your former employers. Interviews don't just assess your technical skills, but also your people skills. No one wants an employee who gossips and talks ill of others. If everything goes well, these are the people you will be seeing every single day at work, so keep that in mind. And just imagine you're talking to a friend, but don't be too informal though. Thank them for their time after the end of the interview. Polish up your software knowledge as you will be asked a lot about it. Revise concepts and be ready to talk about the works in your demo reel and skill test. Brush up your memory on the functions of certain tools and options in the software. This is an extremely crucial part of your interview and has a lot of weightage on whether you will be recruited. If you come across a question during the interview that you don't know the answer to, stay calm and take your time to think. Simply let the interviewer know that you may not be familiar with the particular topic and ask for some clarification. As they provide more information, you might find some aspects of the question that you can respond to based on your knowledge. It's okay to admit when you're unsure and ask for further guidance, as it shows your willingness to learn and engage in a productive conversation. Remember to take this as more of a discussion than an interview. Imagine you're talking to your friends about your favorite topic. Show the same enthusiasm and energy. Before your interview, make sure to conduct thorough research on the company you have applied to. Familiarize yourself with their notable works, such as movies, series, or commercials they have been involved in. This will leave a positive impression on the recruiters and show your genuine interest in the company. At the end of the interview, you will be asked if you have any questions. Prepare a few questions to ask them. You can ask them about their current projects and the software they primarily work with. Do not say, "Tell me more about your company." You are supposed to know that information. You can also ask the answer to that question you were unsure of in the technical round. This will show the recruiters that you are curious and willing to learn. Now, let's talk about a few more tips in addition to these when you have an on site interview. Check the venue of the interview at least one day before your actual interview to know the distance from the place you stay. Decide in advance what mode of transport you will take to reach the venue. Be present at least 30 minutes before the interview time. If you are given a skill test, you may have to be at the company for long hours, so make necessary arrangements for the stay. Take a pen drive with copies of your resume, CV, and demo reel. Also, keep a copy of them on your phone at all times. It is a digital age, yes, but still, carry at least one printed copy of your resume with you when you visit the company. Do not fiddle with your mobile while giving the test or while waiting in the reception. It is extremely unprofessional. Put your phone on silent before and during the interview. Don't Google stuff while taking the skill test unless for reference images. They monitor everything that is done on the computer, so you will get caught if you try to cheat. In conclusion, be humble and be on time. Ask questions and don't be rude. Now that you are triumphantly done with your nightmare / your interview, after your interview is finished, send them a thank you mail. Mention that you're glad that the interview went well and you will be looking forward for the update. Keep the mail brief and to the point. Finally, your interview is done. Now what? Now we wait. If they like you and your work, you'll get a call back soon. Wait for at least 1 week for the call or mail and then send a follow up email inquiring about the status of the interview. Again, keep it short and to the point and explain your enthusiasm to join the company. Follow up emails are very important. It shows the recruiter how interested you are in the job, and most times, this enthusiasm and positive energy will bring you that call back. Don't be disheartened if the interview didn't go well or if you didn't get a call back. An interview never goes waste because you will now have more experience, more information, and feedback to work with for your next interview. So, that is all I have for this video. Good luck for your interviews. I will see you again with another video. This is CG Vidyarthi signing off.